Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Mackenzie and this is Mackie Readings. So this is going to be my August TBR. It's already August because I was late getting this up. It's August 5th. I have a crazy story and I'll put it at the end of the video, that way I can just get into what I want to read in August. So I've already made my August thing. So for August, I want to do this romance trope bingo because it looks fun. Enemies to lovers, grumpy, sunshine, fake dating, friends to lovers, only one bed, slow burn, second chance, forced proximity, roommates, best friend's brother, billionaire, marriage of convenience, mistaken identity, workplace romance, fated mates, soulmates / fated, love triangle, athlete or musician, small town, opposites attract, single parent. Those are all the tropes. I already have 2 hearts because I've already read a book this month, so I'm not going to share that one. It'll be in my wrap up. And that took 2. That took soulmates / fated and marriage of convenience. That took 2 bingo squares. So let's get into my TBR. And then, yes. First, I have a book that I'm currently reading. It's Our Perfect Storm. I started this in July and I will be continuing on with this one. But it's about a woman in her 30s. It's so nice reading a book about someone in their 30s. So she got ditched the day before the wedding. Can't remember exactly now. There's a note on her pillow from the guy and he's left. And this is about her picking up the pieces and then going on her honeymoon trip with her best friend. What's his name? George. But Frankie and George have drifted apart in the last few years. So yeah, this is them reconnecting. Okay. Then I have a book club book to read. It is The Elsewhere Express. It's beautiful. Some of the editions have a gorgeous painted stenciled edge. I think it's a bunch of books or luggage. I can't remember now, but I wish I got that one. But I couldn't find it in town. The kids and I went on a little road trip and spent the day at a big mall. And it was a lot of fun, and Gwen found this book for me and I was so excited, so I picked it up. It's fine, I'm still gonna read it. The inside story doesn't change, but then they got another copy at the bookstore in town and it has the stenciled edges. So that's fine. It's okay. It's still a very pretty book. I just wish it had the stenciled edges. Anyways, I haven't started yet, so I need to read it this month, and let's just go through the synopsis here. And this looks like a ticket. When you lose your way in life, the Elsewhere Express just might find you. Step aboard the train that may take you to your life's purpose in this wistful, Ghibli-esque fantasy from the author of Watermoon. You can't buy a ticket for the Elsewhere Express, appearing only to those whose lives are adrift. It's a magical train seeming to carry very rare and special cargo, a sense of purpose, peace, and belonging. Rhea, or is it Raya or Rhea? Rhea? I'm not sure. Rhea is one of those lost souls. She had dreamed of being a songwriter, but when her brother died, she gave up on her dream and started living his instead. One day on the subway, her thoughts wander. She's swept off to the Elsewhere Express. There she meets Q, an intriguing artist who, like her, has lost his place in the world. Together they find a train full of wonders, from a boarding car that's also a meadow, to a dining car where passengers can picnic on lily pads, to a bar where jellyfish and whales swim through pink clouds. Over the course of their long, strange night on the train, they discover that it also harbors secrets and danger. A mysterious stranger has stowed away and brought with him a dark, malignant magic that threatens to destroy the train. In investigating the stowaway's identity, Rhea finds herself drawn closer to the ultimate question. What is her life's true purpose? And is it a destination the Elsewhere Express can take her to? The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Laurie Gilmore. I've already read some of these. This has been on a few TBRs already. I have started it. I'm on page 6. So my goal today is to read a lot of this book and do a lot of chores. It's already 1:20. I don't know where the day's gone. As a world-renowned chef, single dad, Archer never planned on moving to a small town, let alone running a pancake house. But Dream Harbor needs a new chef, and Archer needs a community to help raise his daughter. Iris has never managed to hold down a job, so when it's suggested that Archer is looking for a live-in nanny, she almost runs in the opposite direction. Now Iris finds herself in a whole new world, one where her gorgeous new boss lives right across the hall and likes to cook topless. Keeping everything strictly professional should be easy, right? So this one takes care of where is it? Single parent and small town. Was there one about food? I thought there was, but there's not. Oh, workplace, potentially. I'll see if I can find a different workplace, but that takes care of small town, workplace, single parent. Next is Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I started this one a few years ago maybe, and I never finished it. So that's my goal, is to start it at the beginning and read it. Let's see. Haley Welch fell hard for Julian Voss of 14 after they almost kissed in the dark vineyards of his family's winery. Now the prodigal hottie has returned to their small town when Haley's hired to revamp the gardens on the Voss estate. This sounds really familiar now, and I liked the beginning. I don't know why I stopped reading. Okay, this is coming back to me. But the grumpy professor isn't the teenager she remembers, and their polar opposite personalities clash spectacularly. One wine-fueled girls' night later, Haley can't shake the sense that she did something reckless. And then she remembers the drunken secret admirer letter she left for Julian. Oh shit. On sabbatical from his Ivy League job, Julian plans to write a novel, but having Haley gardening right outside his window is the ultimate distraction. She's eccentric, chronically late, and often covered in dirt. And so unbelievably beautiful. He can't focus on anything else until he finds an anonymous letter sent by a woman from his past. Even as Julian wonders about the admirer, he's sucked further into Haley's orbit, like the flowers she plants all over town. Haley is a burst of color in Julian's grayscale life. For a man who irons his socks and runs on a tight schedule, her sunny, chaotic energy makes zero sense. But there's something so familiar about her, and her very presence is turning his world upside down. So this one would take care of Grumpy Sunshine. Ready or Not by Kara Baston. The inside says, a surprise pregnancy leads to even more life-changing revelations in this heartfelt, slow burn, friends to lovers romance. So that would take care of Friends to Lovers and Slow burn. This is a book of the month one. I'm so tired. And I feel like I've mentioned this one before, but let's just go through what it's about. Eve Hatch lives for surprises. Just kidding. She expects every tomorrow to be pretty much the same as today. She loves her cozy apartment in Brooklyn, close to her childhood best friend Willa, and far from her traditional Midwestern family, who have never really understood her. While her job is only dream adjacent, it's comfortable and steady, she knows what to expect from life until she finds herself literally expecting after an uncharacteristic one-night stand. Now Eve's loyal friendship with Willa is feeling tense, and it's actually Willa's steadfast older brother, Shep, best friend's brother. If I read this book, I could tick off 3 squares. Who steps up to help. He's always been friendly, but now he's ordering her surprise lunches, listening to all her complaints, and is suddenly kind of hot. Then there's the baby's father, who's technically supportive, but majorly conflicted. Maybe it's her surging hormones, maybe it's the way Shep's shoulders look in a t-shirt, but Eve starts to wonder if she's been secretly desiring more from every aspect of her life. I have two books that I have on my potential TBR. I'm not sure, but I kind of want to read them in August. I'm not going to talk about them, but I'm going to hold them up, and then I have something else I want to do instead. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune and Just Friends by Haley Pham. So these are two potential options for August as well. This one I think would do Friends to Lovers, and this one would be, I have no idea, actually. So instead, what I'm going to do is pick a card. So normally I pick from Etc. by Alcrate, this one. But at the bookstore I found this, which is kind of fun. And then there's cards, like 5 cards that are blank that you can make your own, which I haven't done that yet. So just gonna take out the blank ones and put them back in the little drawer. And then I'm just gonna do this. You're like, that's a really weird way to shuffle. Yes, I know it is. Okay. Ah, crap. Just drop the whole deck here. I really hope I don't get whatever one just fell. I don't own a book for that. Okay. Fantasy novel. Okay. So I need a fantasy novel that will I will cross off one of these. Just a minute. I need to think about what I own. I'm gonna pick another one actually, because books are more 500 pages. Okay, probably not the one I want to pick when I have a big stack of TBR books. Okay. And then I'll be back with 2 books, or maybe 1. I have 2 books. Oh my gosh, I found them. It actually took me a bit to find this, and I tried Googling options. And all the options that I Googled that came up that I owned, I had already read them. So, I have 2 books for the fantasy novel, because I have 2 cards. I guess I could technically pick 1 book for these 2 cards. But I'm going to hold up both, because I just thought of that now. Once Upon a Demon's Heart by K.M. Moranova. I've heard very conflicting things about this book. Read on Goodreads. Okay, like super conflicting. But this one would be Enemies to Lovers, which I don't think I have in my stack. And it's really pretty. Like, isn't that pretty? Oops. It's the same. Very nice. And then inside there they are. It's the same. Okay. In a world ravaged by war and ruled by vengeful gods, love is both a weapon and a curse. Haunted by her role in a massacre that reignited an ancient war, demigod knight Illyra is cursed to relive her kingdom's destruction, dying again and again at the hands of the Blood Knight, a ruthless demon commander. But when the demons propose a peace marriage to end the bloodshed, Illyra volunteers herself, desperate to break the cycle and save her people. Betrothed to her enemy, who is also the lost demon boy she once tried to save, Illyra must navigate a dangerous path between vengeance and forgiveness. Kalael Lorenhelm, haunted by his own dark past and the monstrous hunger within him, is torn between hatred and a growing forbidden attraction. As assassins close in, gods interfere, and a threat of betrayal hangs over their union. Illyra and Kalael are forced to confront their intertwined destinies and the curse that binds them. Can their love bring peace to Faltor, or will it doom them all? And it's short, so it is 311 pages. Then, for my book with more than 500 pages, it's also a fantasy, so we'll see. This one was Fake Dating Trope, which, that was a very heavy sigh, Zephyr. Which I hope is actually on here now that I've said that. Yeah, good. Fake Dating. Perfect. The Winged Game by Sophie Kim. These stickers are still on here because I couldn't get them off. And the side. I love that it's a continuation of that. Very fun. Sure, what happens if I open this side? Oh, it's the same picture. Oh, this also actually counts as athlete. Oh, this takes two. Fake Dating and athlete. Okay. Fantasy meets sports romance in the sizzling slow burn novel from #1 Sunday Times bestselling author of The God and the Gumiho? I'm sorry. In which the disgraced star of a brutal magical sport must team up with a rival who destroyed her career. Carrie Witchett, the violent rugby-esque game played atop winged beasts, was once Taysa Cho's whole life, and she was once the United Kingdom's most promising player, until her nemesis, rival player Keon Locke, ruined everything in a single moment. Expelled from the sport in disgrace, Taysa has spent the last 2 years dreaming of nothing but revenge and relishing watching Keon's team plummet to the bottom of the league. But when Taysa is offered, I feel like I'm saying that wrong, is offered the chance to redeem herself and her career, she can't refuse, even if the offer is coming from the very man who ruined everything in the first place. It's close to a dream come true, except for the pesky clause in her contract that demands she and Keon enter a fake relationship in order to garner some much-needed positive PR for the team. This could not be a worse match. Taysa and Keon have only two things in common: their love for the game and their undying hatred for each other. Yet, as a mysterious illness befalls the winged creatures of the League, putting both the beast lives and the very sport itself at stake, as their investigation takes them on a whirlwind adventure, Keon and Taysa are prepared for anything that is it, but for their fake, for the camera's relationship to maybe, just maybe, become something real after all. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if I slowly drifted out of frame while reading, but that's that. So it actually sounds like it'll be fake dating, athletes, and opposites attract. I did end up finding a love triangle as well when I was looking through my books. I already have way too many books for me to possibly read in 1 month, but I'm going to share one more. Throne season. The inside says, an heiress possessing illegal magic who has more to lose than just her secrets. A harsh and glittering royal court where the threat of discovery lurks around every corner. Two beguiling and very dangerous men who might be her salvation or her ruin. The rose season at the palace. No, wow, I cannot read right now. It's rose season at the palace, but survival will depend on becoming the most vicious of thorns. So it does sound like a love triangle. There we go. Perfect. Let's pick this up and show you, and then I have a story to share. That is the thumbnail. Oh my gosh. Scared I'm gonna drop them. I'll just put them on my shoulder. So these are the books I'd like to read in August. There's 8 books here. I did not lift the 2 that I was thinking about, but these are 8 that I would really like to read. My goal is to read 7. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to read 8. So this weekend, it was a long weekend, BC Day. Monday there were fireworks, and we went to watch the fireworks. I have a picture here, maybe a video, I don't know, I'll see if I can put it in. Anyways, during the fireworks, a bat flew, and my mom saw it, my son saw it, I saw it, and we're like, oh, look at that, that's a bat. And it did this little flittering around and then flew into my face. I was sitting like this watching fireworks and it flew into my hand and my face and then hit the bush behind me and flew off that way. Luckily, it did not hit the people behind me, I don't think. Yeah, and luckily it didn't hit Nate or Ryder who were sitting. Nate was sitting beside me here and he was like really slouched though, so I'm glad it hit me instead. Anyways, after that, I finished watching the fireworks. I walked to my parents, showered, sanitized my watch, my phone, my hair clip, the flashlight I was using. I put my dirty clothes in a bag and then I took myself to the ER to get the rabies shots. So I got 4 shots, tetanus, and then 2 different types of rabies shots. One is the rabies immune globulin, I think it's called, which was 2 shots, 1 in each leg. The needle itself might have been, I don't know if it was like the normal needle length, I don't know. Okay, but the cartridge of the medicine vaccine thing was really big. They put a lot of stuff in my legs, and then just the regular for arms. And I have 3 more rabies shots to get now, and then I'll be good. So the one in my leg was like immediate acting. It is a blood product, but it acts immediately, and then the rabies vaccine in the arm is like prolonged protection. Yes, so yeah, that was my middle of the night Monday, you know, Tuesday morning, early Tuesday morning. I think I got them at like 1 in the morning or 12:30 or something. Woo! So that happened, and then Alex and I, Alex took me, and then we went to McDonald's and got fries, and then I went to bed. Well, actually no, you always shower and change after the hospital. But I was not the only person in town that had a bat fly into their face, which is crazy. So the fireworks must have been messing them up. I think it's like young bat season 2, so all the young bats are flying around, and then plus the fireworks messing up echolocation is my guess. It probably startled it and it had a hard time flying, but my face got in the way. And yeah, so I got the rabies shot. And if you ever come in contact with a bat, just get the shot. If you ever come in contact with an animal where you think it could have rabies, just get it.